going?
Oh, it's going. Hi. Hi, Sojo community, near and far.
Camera.
I'm saying good morning. Oh, I'm looking the wrong way as usual. How am I supposed to know? There are 1, 2, 3. There are currently 4 of me on screens.
Which is not enough.
And then Colby's like, look there. How am I supposed to know? None of them look like a camera, by the way, to be fair.
No, the camera is hid.
The camera is not showing, and he's like, look at the camera. I'm like, what do you want from me? Anyway, hi, Sojo community, near and far.
Good morning, or afternoon, or evening.
Whatever it is, wherever you are, we are in our garage again, saying hi.
I want what you have.
You've got it looking so cute out here.
Thanks. It's getting there.
This is our garage, but Colb's made it we should give him a tour at some point. Colb's made it a cute little office / studio / living room. There's a living room to the
Hey, what's up, Gil?
So our cat Gilbert back there, he can open doors like very purposefully, intentionally, just wherever he wants to go. He just walks up, lifts the handle, pulls it, and goes into whatever door. I don't know if this is common. I've never had a pet that's done this. But this guy does it. And
we have to actually lock doors.
There's no place we can keep him out of. So he just comes out to the studio and runs around out here. And anyway, there he is saying hi. Hi, Gilby. Okay, anyway, we wanted to pop in and do a check-in. Sometimes on Sundays, don't you get the feeling after church, you're like, but I didn't get to connect with everyone. And by sometimes, I mean, don't you always feel that way after church?
Even in quote unquote normal times, which I think by that we just basically normal is shorthand for pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Even though we know it's not entirely true, it's kind of a way of saying. So even in normal pre-pandemic times, that feeling of church is over and oh man, I didn't get to talk to anybody or everybody.
Yeah, just not enough connection
amplified
time.
Now.
Yeah, it's definitely amplified. Yeah, for now it's like, oh, online community. I feel like I wasn't really in the comments and didn't really get to say hi or, all that. So we just wanted to pop in and say hi more often. We did that video. What is time? Was that last week? I don't remember. Anyway, checking in, saying sorry that the live stream hadn't been working. And I was like, we should just pop in and say hi and talk about some things and connect more often. So here we are from our garage saying hi. We wanted to check in with you. We would love to hear from you in the comments. And
yeah, what do we not know about your life right now that you wish we knew?
Yeah.
I'd love to know.
Yeah. So we'll start because sometimes people need others to share. We wanted to share where we're at in life currently, a little more about that because we've never had a time where we've shared deeply about our lives where there wasn't an experience of afterwards, this flood of, oh my God, me too. Thank you for saying it. Are you freaking out because Gilbert's up high right now?
I wonder, what are you going to do up there?
He's up on tall stacks of things.
It's fine.
He's trying to find the windowsill. That's what he's trying to find.
Okay, but dude, here's the thing though. As I put some of those like window fly sticky traps.
Oh, he's going to grab those. Oh, he's grabbing them right now.
Dude, you're going to stick your fur to the window.
Yep, he'll learn.
Okay. This is... Are we going to keep all that in? I ain't editing this. That's too much work.
Why not? I mean...
And we're back.
The point was real life.
And action.
Our cat is weird, yo. I mean, he's a cat. What can you say? Oh, just that experience of like someone goes first. They share where they're at in a real and deep way. And then there's just always that like, oh my God, thank you for saying it. Like that release valve of I needed someone else to say it because I feel the same way. So I just wanted to share that this season of life, and I wouldn't even be able to put a time frame on it. I would say since going back to in-person things, since the shutdowns from pandemic, right? The pandemic did not end. We're still in a pandemic, but the shutdowns did. And we're all going back, as you said earlier, not to normal, but back to these things in life. Our kids are going back to school and we're going back to in-person work and back to church. And it's a strange season to have a pandemic that shut everybody down, not end, but then the shutdowns end. It's a both Andy, all of the things season that has, for us personally, this is what I wanted to share. It has rocked us. It has. We're a bit shook right now. We're shaky.
You've described it often as, for our particular family and ourself here, during the like intense quarantine part of the pandemic, where there was lockdown and shelter at home and like a lot of the world hit pause. For a lot of people, that was the thing that really unsettled them. That was sort of the height or the pinnacle of some of their grief and their loss was during that time. It wasn't necessarily the case for us for a variety of reasons. We have now felt some of
it was kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
We kind of gained a lot and had a really cush life during that time. So, which was helpful because it's nice when you take turns. We were able to hold for a lot of folks who were struggling during that time. But now, it kind of felt like, our turn. And we're experiencing some grief and some loss that it kind of feels like delayed. But I don't know if that's necessarily true because I guess it's all just the thing. It's all just stages of the thing. But
I think we didn't see it. I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
Mm-mm.
I didn't see it coming. In fact, I think we had the experience of, phew, dodged a bullet. Like we made it through this unscathed.
Yeah.
Oops. So we wanted to share that. The impact of when things were closed is now hitting us. The impact of, everything from the financial mess. We had that experience that a lot of folks are having of COVID directly impacted our housing situation and on. And it's just trickled down into a lot of things in our lives. And couple that, the loss and the grief now catching up to us with just this weird stage of now we're out in the real world, but we're still in a pandemic. Everything from still being so masked up all the time to, missing people's faces and human interactions to not knowing what you're supposed to do.
This weird, like, false sense of confidence as you get vaccinated and you feel, okay, like I'm good, and then variants and then boosters and then breakthroughs. And it messes with you. It messes with your internal calibration of, am I okay in the world? Mm-hmm. For a while, we knew we weren't. Then we kind of thought we were. Now we think we're not. Like, it's just
a mess.
It takes a toll. It takes a toll. This sort of not knowing, am I okay? Are you okay? Are we going to be okay?
Totally. And we've noticed you and I keep observing, and maybe it's our own lives and we're just projecting onto everybody else, but we've noticed a real, like, humans disconnected from each other situation happening in a, like, whole new way. Like, we almost described it the other day as, we were really down when we said this, but we described it as WALL-E, the movie.
It's like that.
It just feels like we've arrived at that
post-apocalyptic vision where humans are just all living their own lives with screens and isolation.
Anyway, sorry to be so dark and dreary, but this is where we are currently at, and we just wanted to share that. It's been hard, and we are okay. We're okay. And we wanted to be real with you for a number of reasons. And one of them is, how are you doing? Like, if you too are experiencing the hardest part of this pandemic right now,
you're not alone.
You're not alone, and you're not crazy. You are so not crazy for thinking this season is, like, real messed up. There's not a mothering that happens in our society. There's not a person to, like, with our kids, when our family is struggling, the role I always take on as mothering is to, like, set expectations, be real with folks, let our kids know what's happening, why it makes sense that they feel the way that they feel. And we don't have that on, like, a societal level. Like, our leadership doesn't do that. Yeah. That's not what leadership does. I feel like, in fact, we often get the exact opposite, like a real gaslighting from up top, from the highest levels of leadership all the way down to the lowest levels of leadership, of, like, this is great, we're all okay, let's just go back to normal thing. That's what that is, right? So just, we thought the least that we could do is show up and kind of be real and be like, nah,
it's still hard.
It's still hard.
And for some harder.
New layers of lard and lard?
New layers of lard. That's the tweet. Let's end it right there.
That's the tweet. You're welcome.
Layers of lard.
Can you just picture the layers of lard?
I heard a really
Layers of lard.
I heard an analogy the other day for this
Good
time of
dessert.
life that I really liked. I was listening to one of the Rob Bell Robcasts from a couple episodes ago, and he was talking about their family's first experience going back into like a public event and having this feeling of sort of expectation of what it would be, and then the contrast with what it was, which is what we described
That's
here.
real.
And he said it's like when you go to a movie in the middle of the day and you, in that moment of coming out of the theater into the broad daylight, and you have that sort of disruption of, oh yeah, recalibrating. What is it?
Do you know that I hate that feeling?
Yeah, everyone
and now
hates
I'm
that
like,
feeling.
oh, really? I'm not alone? Okay, yeah, I
No, it
always
is
get depressed.
disorienting.
Weird, okay.
So I thought that was a really good analogy.
I like that a lot. Disoriented is for sure the word, and that description, that, yes. That's how I feel right now in my being. Like I just walked out of a dark movie theater and it's bright outside. Yeah, I don't know what we're all doing, but one thing, can we share with them our commitment, our resolve the other day a little bit? You were like, what
Remind me
commitment,
which
what
one it
resolve?
was.
I'm just going to share it.
Yeah, great.
He can cut the video if he didn't want to
I'm
share
not
it.
editing.
No, we just, in our dark, dreary, this is Wally, you and I both went, oh, hell no. Like, that's, like, we were put here on this earth to fight against that, like, community building and showing up to wholeness and healing and making sure that folks are okay so that they can go out and make the world more okay.
Yeah.
That's our jam.
As
And
long as we have breath to the extent that we're able, that vision of the future will not exist, at least in our
in
sphere.
our sphere. So where the icky in our life was starting to kind of seep its way into our leadership, and by kind of, you're probably all like, you mean a lot, but it was kind of keeping us from the vision. And instead we hit this moment, those rock bottom moments, right? Of like, oh, hell no, this is not what we're doing. We were put here on this earth to do this work. And maybe we needed the dark and dreary time for ourselves. I don't know how all that works, but I know that we hit a moment of resolve of like, we're here. We're going to keep building connections. Whoever's showing up with us, we're going to keep doing this. And real specifically of these kind of moments of like making sure that individuals, small groups of people are okay. Do y'all need something? Do you need healing and help to be okay? I don't know what we can do about this mess of a world we live in, but I can like sit with my fam, you all, make sure that you're okay, and we can talk and get through it together. And that does something on a larger lard scale. A lard layer. Hashtag lard layer.
Hashtag lard layer.
Right?
All right.
We love you. We're going to get through this really awkward, weird time together. We're going to keep showing up. If Sundays have felt odd and shaky and messy, it's not
because they're odd and shaky.
Yeah, it's not you. And it's not even just that we moved to a new building. It's everything. It's a lot. It's everything. We just wanted to say we're here. We're in this. We're not going anywhere. And we love you. And it's December. We're going to do our Christmas candlelight service in person if you can come.
Christmas Eve.
Yep. At Sojo, that's how we roll. We don't do Christmas Eve because we want folks, including ourselves and all those who help us lead at Sojo, to be home with their families and doing their own things. So we do Christmas Eve. Always have since the beginning, December 23rd. We all light candles together and sing Christmas songs. It's a beautiful time. So we hope to see you then, as well as this Sunday.
Y'all.
The usual. Love y'all.
Be well.
Comment. Let us know how you're doing. I'd love to come through later, see your comments, and connect and respond and just say, I see you and I'm holding you. And how can I pray for you and be there for you and show up for you?